The long-awaited, highly anticipated, and oh boy, it's finally here, Week 1 of the NFL season has come and gone. From about 7 p.m. on Thursday, with a little break on Friday and Saturday, to 10 p.m. on Monday, fans across the country were glued to their couches, cheering their team on. All the high hopes from the offseason either grow and get bigger or come crashing down, and this week did not disappoint. So how do teams stand through the first week? Here are our power rankings for Week 2 in the NFL season, starting with number 6. Patriots. A team that loses their first game doesn't usually climb the power rankings list, but the Patriots are a particular case. Coming off a down year in 2022, fans and experts were not very high on this team. Some puzzling decisions were made, and headlining those was the choice to give Matt Patricia, a defensive coach, the offensive coordinator job. As most people expected, Mac Jones and co. took a massive step back. In the 2023 NFL season, Patricia was kicked out of town and replaced with Bill O'Brien. O'Brien has experience with the Patriots from 2007 to 2011, working various jobs on the offensive side of the ball, including offensive coordinator and quarterback coach for Tom Brady. Bringing O'Brien back proved to be a great decision, and it only took 1 week. The Patriots started slow and fell to a quick 16-0 hole in the first quarter, but the team showed resilience on both sides of the ball and got the game back to a one-possession game. Mac Jones looked much better than his previous season, throwing for 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Wide receiver Kendrick Bourne finally looks like he is involved in the offense and could be someone we see have a breakout season. The Patriots' defense is known for always being buttoned up and dominating under Belichick, and were top 3 in sacks and turnovers last season. We don't expect that to change either. Against the potent Eagles offense, coming off a Super Bowl appearance, the Patriots only allowed 250 total yards, had 3 sacks, and forced 1 turnover. If this Patriots team can gain some momentum, this could be a sneaky good team that nobody saw coming. Number 5. Dolphins. The Dolphins are another team with many question marks coming into Week 1. The offensive side of the ball looks loaded on paper with a great pair of wide receivers in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and the speedy Raheem Mostert in the backfield. But the quarterback position has come under question. Tua Tagovailoa suffered a scary head injury during last season, and some questioned whether or not he should even return to the league to continue playing. Tua has brushed that all aside and showed off why in his Week 1 matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Dolphins quarterback shut up the doubters and quieted the conversation of replacing him with a tight 36-34 win over the Chargers, and had himself a day throwing for over 450 yards and 3 touchdowns. This was enough to pull his team out with a win while earning the AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and should leave Miami fans salivating for more. The chemistry between Tua and Tyreek Hill should make defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, and the Miami defense is nothing to scoff at either. Trading for all-pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey gives the Dolphins a true weapon to counter all-time receivers from opposing teams, and they are starting to put together a dangerous crew on the line of scrimmage with Christian Wilkins, Bradley Chubb, and Raekwon Davis. The Dolphins were barely able to hold on against the LA Chargers, who many fans will argue continue to underperform, but you don't expect to see perfection in Week 1. But what you can expect to see is this team, which has been quiet for the last couple of decades, ready to make some noise in the AFC. Number 4. Chiefs. Let's not overreact to an early Week 1 loss. The Chiefs lost a close game to the Detroit Lions to kick off the season on Thursday night, and many people were surprised to see Detroit walk away with the win. But let's consider a few things. The Chiefs were without 2 of their biggest stars, Travis Kelce because of an injury, and Chris Jones due to a holdout. The wide receiver group had to step up big, and instead they struggled under the lights. On top of that, it was the season's first game and emotions were running high. It will take some of these younger teams time to learn and develop chemistry with each other, and Chiefs fans shouldn't be panicking yet. When you have a team that has been successful for multiple years in a row like the Chiefs, you will always have people calling for your downfall and over-dramatizing every loss. But Patrick Mahomes will get his favorite target back in Travis Kelce soon. Head coach Andy Reid will start to scheme around what the team is good at, and this team should look to get back on track right away against Trevor Lawrence and the Jags in Week 2. Number 3. Eagles. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni admitted he regretted not playing any starters during the preseason after being asked if that affected last Sunday's game. I'll definitely reevaluate some of the preseason stuff next year. The Eagles got off to a fast start thanks to the defense and getting good field position, but the offense didn't look like everyone was hoping they would. The Eagles were outgained by almost 150 yards and were a sloppy 4/13 on third down conversions. While some people blame this on no preseason snaps for the starters, and it says week 1 was just getting the rust off, others aren't so quick to make excuses. At times, the Eagles looked sluggish, and replacing their offensive coordinator from the previous season might be more work than anticipated. The Philly football team has a roster put in place to succeed, and we expect this team to look much more polished the deeper we get into the season. Number 2, 49 ERs. Many eyes were on Brock Purdy as he and the San Francisco 49ers traveled to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Purdy, the final pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, took over after injuries and went on a scorching hot win streak to end the season, and it was enough to earn him the starting job this fall. But that doesn't mean he didn't have doubters. And while most people would fold under the pressure, like Connery, anytime there's a build battle, Purdy took his chance and ran with it. He finished with 220 yards and paired that with 2 touchdowns, only throwing 10 incompletions. Now, Purdy has quite the supporting cast around him. Having players like George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey around him takes much pressure off his shoulders. Being an accurate quarterback who doesn't make many mental mistakes is all it takes in this 49 ERs offense, and Purdy thrives at capitalizing on that. This is a loaded roster, and they should be one of the top teams until the end of the season. Number 1, Cowboys. If you expected to turn on Sunday Night Football and see a 40-0 thrashing of the New York Giants, you are probably a Cowboys fan or clinically insane. Nobody expected this Cowboys team to be as powerful as they were. The defense looked like one of the best in the league, racking up 7 sacks, 2 interceptions, a pick six, and a blocked kick for a touchdown. Daniel Jones and his Giants offense looked lost and had no chance of ever gaining momentum. The Dallas defense has players at every level. Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence are coming off the edge, Leighton Vander Esch in the middle of the field, Trevin Diggs and Stephon Gilmore on the outside, and Jaron Kearse is roaming the deep safeties. That is a lineup that could cause some serious problems for opposing offenses. Dak Prescott and his offense may not have been the show's star, but you don't need a great offense when your defense is as suffocating as Dallas's was. Expect Dak to play more of a game manager role this year with lots of run plays to try and control the clock and let that powerful group of defenders win the club ball games. So there you have it, the top 6 teams through the first week. You have to pop off the screen to make it on our list. The eye test is the most important factor when discussing teams and predictions. You can talk about a good-looking roster all you want, but what do you see when they are out on the field? What teams are we putting too much faith in? A lot of top quarterbacks missed out on this list. Who did we snub? We will be dropping rankings weekly, so make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on to get all the new videos. See you in the next one.